tests. To add a point to this data set, you click on the plus button. As soon as you do that, you have an option of picking according to the damage severity that you observe in the field before you. Let's say that the location you're in, you are observing moderate damage. Click on that. This screen that it takes you to lets you enter 3 different things about the data point. Here's our error warning again. This is telling us that we do not have a good GPS reception, and if we want to use the GPS point on our map, it's not going to be very accurate right now. If we were outside and if you waited a few minutes, you would see this improve. Right now it's terrible. It's off by 66 feet. This is not going to happen when you're out in the real world, and you're going to be okay. So this screen that we get to after clicking on the plus button lets you enter 3 different things about the data. One is where it is on the map. To do that, notice up there, there's a little kind of text box symbol and a little map-like symbol. The map-like symbol shows you the map. It's actually showing me that I'm in Boston, since that's where I am right now. I would zoom and pan until I'm where I need to be, which is right over here, because I'm pretending I'm logging a damage site here. I would zoom in until I'm at the location where I know I am. I know I'm just outside the bathhouse, right over here. Or, if you were outside and you had good GPS reception, you could click on this symbol over here, this man with the crosshair, and it would show you where your location is through a little, it's saying poor location accuracy now. You would get a little blue dot that shows you where you are on the map. I'm unable to demonstrate right now because of this poor reception, so I'm going to put the map point physically on the map. I can see this is where the bathhouse is. I know that I walked away a little bit over here, and I can navigate according to landmarks. I see a big area of sand washout right over here across from the crosswalk. So I'm going to tap on the map where I know that I am standing. So there are 2 ways of collecting location. Use the inbuilt GPS or use landmarks that you can see and place the point. I am done with the first part of data collection. I have recorded where this point is in the world. The second thing I need to record is certain attributes of the data, for which I will click on over to the attribute part. For this particular data set, 4 fields have been set up for you, or 4 attributes. One attribute is damage type, which means that for the particular point that you put in, you get to say what kind of damage you are observing. When you click on it, there is a there is a pick list that shows up. Beach erosion, beach vegetation lost. Scroll up and down, you can see an entire list of values that you can pick from. I'm going to say that what I saw was sand loss. That is the main reason I'm dropping this point. A few yards away from me, I might also see seawall damage. I will be free to drop another point at that location and code that point as being seawall damage for the field damage type. Right now, I'm going to say the damage type that I observe is sand loss. The damage severity can be one of these 4 values. You will notice it has already been coded to moderate damage, since way back when I first clicked on the plus sign, I was given a choice. It auto-coded the damage severity field to moderate damage. I put in what notes I want to do. I'm going to say test for demo video. I'm going to put in my name. My name is Chandreyee Lahiri. I'm putting in my initials for now. I'm going to put in the current date for the observation date. The second part of my data collection is now done. The first part was putting in the location. The second part was putting in information for these 4 attributes, or actually 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attributes or fields. The third part of data collection is, if I choose, I can take photographs and attach it to this point. For that, I go to this little symbol over here, the paperclip and plus. As soon as I do that, it gives me an option of selecting a picture that I might have already taken with this phone that's in my gallery, or I can take a picture in this moment. That's my camera right now. I'm going to show you my lovely desk and take a picture of my cup of water. Once I'm there, I tap to focus. These are my, oops, I'm actually outside. Sorry. Here I have positioned my camera so I can see my lovely cup. I'm going to tap on the center of it to focus. I'm going to take the picture. And I'm going to move back now. Here we go. I have an option of accepting this picture as it is by saying OK. I apologize for that there. Or I can retry, which lets me take the picture all over again. I'm going to pretend that this one was great, and I'm going to say OK. There we go. There's the picture that I just took. I am able to take as many pictures as I like, although we recommend that you do not take more than 3 or 4, maximum 6. It really adds to the size of the database. But do what you need to do in order to capture the data you need. So we've done 3 things to capture data at this point. We've logged the location of the data. By the way, if at this point I look back and I feel that it's incorrect and I want to move it, all I need to do to relocate this point is to tap on the map. The point will move anywhere that I tap. So the first thing I've recorded about the data is the location. The second thing is its attributes or the fields. I have recorded the type of damage, the severity of the damage, as many notes as I need to take to convey my observations, my name, and the date on which I did the observations. Once these 3 things have been recorded, I am ready to now push this data up into the internet, to the cloud where this data set lives. To do that, all I do is I click on the check button. It is sending updates. It is now posting the attachments. This data is now visible on the internet in this data layer. This data is going to be available through a different online map, through potentially different online maps to any number of people. So that is all I have to do to add a point to the data set. I can now click on this point, look at the details, show details, and I can look at all the data that I just added. The damage type was coded as sand loss. The severity was moderate. These were my notes. I'm not sure why it says click there. I might have written click by mistake. This is my date. This is the date on which the date that I entered. This is the picture that I took.